Hello, this is Alex, also known as Mr. Panda, and this is my spoiler-free review of The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild for Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda series producer Eiji Aonuma introduced a new project in 2013 that would rethink the conventions of Zelda. He desired to see a world that was open to you from the start, one with no single correct track. With The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, the team at Nintendo has achieved that, creating a fully open world that is truly breathtaking. For the first time since the original Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild presents a world that is open to you all at once. You start your adventure on the Great Plateau. Though this represents the tutorial, the game barely holds your hand, simply telling you what to do, but not how. Once you are able to leave the plateau, you are set free, not forced on any set path on your way to the final boss. You have agency to do as you will and explore the world around you. This sense of freedom may be a little jarring to anyone used to the scripted paths of most Zelda titles. The predetermined story markers are still there, except this time, you have the power to choose how to go about it. Do you follow the beaten path? Or climb the mountains surrounding it? From the start, you're equipped to go anywhere. The only limit is whether you can survive that trek. At worst, you may lack the stamina, represented by a meter that depletes as Link runs, climbs, swims, and glides. But if you can persevere, you'll find yourself reaching new heights overlooking a gorgeous backdrop. I took every opportunity to scale mountains, eager to see what surrounded me from a bird's eye view. Jumping off high points and gliding down was a thrilling sensation every time. The world is populated enough to provide personalized adventures. Although you may not find something new every minute, the environment is filled with enough variety to foster discovery. The game never strayed from kindling my curiosity and wonderment. If Breath of the Wild is half discovery, then the other half is survivability. Though skillful players may withstand every trial with the initial 3 health hearts and stamina bar, even the best of us will get a game over. In a land where enemies can take you out in one blow, and where the highest mountains can theoretically be scaled, a game over just means you tried and didn't succeed. In Breath of the Wild, taking chances is encouraged. Following death, you simply reload at your most recent autosave or manual save, letting you have another go. Persistence after failure is a theme present through and through. Breaking away from the precedent set by the first Zelda game, enemies no longer drop hearts. To regain much needed health, you are tasked with foraging and hunting for ingredients to cook restorative dishes. Keeping true to the notion of survivability, you must adapt to harsh conditions, like the freezing cold, blazing heat, and lightning storms. Special armor sets give you the defense you need while giving you the chance to dress Link up, which is always a treat. Affording armor and other items entails earning the standard currency of rupees. As you'd expect, these don't come easily either, and you'll have to sell your resources for money. Though these new aspects paint a wholly different picture from previous entries, it drives home the concepts of hard work and survival. With a world this vast, you'd think that it would be impossible to truly cover it. Luckily, a fast travel option allows you to warp to over 100 shrines, crucial landmarks that I will explain soon. You can also fast travel to tall towers scattered across the land, offering a regional map and a consistent vantage point from which to glide. Of course, a massive open world means nothing if you can't interact with it. Breath of the Wild equips you from the start with everything you need to play in this gigantic sandbox. We've come a long way from taking a single sword when it was dangerous to go alone. Now you can wield a variety of weapons, swords, lances, and even mops, to face both new and classic Zelda foes. In addition to special properties, each weapon has a unique weight to it. Two-handed swords are heavy but more destructive. Lighter swords are fast but less powerful. Combat may feel a bit different to series veterans, but it utilizes the standard L targeting that has prevailed since Ocarina of Time. Jump attacks, side hops, and backflips are still possible, but making perfect guards with your shield and unleashing flurry attacks demand carefully timed offense and defense. Likewise, using your bow entails precision aiming, guided effectively by the Switch's gyro controls. I'm not as fond of the durability system, in which your weapons and shields break after repeated use, mostly because I wanted to hoard my best weapons. Again, keeping consistent with the open world, this system is in place to foster exploration. Most enemies are holding a weapon, and besting them in combat leaves you with the spoils. Stronger enemies hold better weapons. Though it was hard to accept, using up my weapons on these tough foes led to satisfying rewards. Fighting enemies isn't your only option. You can stealthily sneak past them, run away as they chase you, or find a different way to tackle them. There's always more than one way to approach a situation. Runes, special abilities that you access from your handy technological Sheikah Slate, emphasize resourcefulness. The game awards you these powers early on, but continues to test you on their applications throughout your adventure. The runes are simple to learn, granting you the power to manipulate metal objects, create ice pillars from water, and drop a limitless supply of explosives. The most creative rune, Stasis, freezes an object in time, allowing you to whack it repeatedly, resulting in a release of kinetic energy that sends it flying. The physics are more sophisticated than in previous Zelda titles, permitting you to test out possibilities that you would have never considered before. Your abilities are put to the test in shrines, mini dungeons consisting of 1 or 2 puzzles that rely on your runes to reach the end. The numerous shrines deliver consistently high quality brain teasers, and they're scattered all over the world. In some cases, the path to the shrine is the test, presenting a variety of distinct challenges and side quests. But shrines aren't the only puzzling areas. There are dungeons, but they're smaller and more open-ended, unlike the typical maze-like structure. Instead of giving you a linear path to the boss, you can explore freely, utilizing your assets to reach cleverly placed switches. Dungeons take it a step further by hosting tricky puzzles based on spatial recognition and manipulation of your surroundings. Culminating in boss fights unlike any other, the masterfully crafted dungeons stand out. They also tie into the intricate tale. Though I won't give out specifics, the story is well told, in a fashion that fits the game's motifs of discovery and open-endedness. Here you search for fragments of the story. No matter when you find them, the pieces of the past complete a jigsaw puzzle of revelations, progressing your knowledge of the lore. Its world-building seamlessly weaves into the open-world gameplay. The major characters are relatable, and the added effort to finally include proper voice acting expresses their emotions in a powerful way. The art direction is marvelous, with gently painted cell shading that evokes a style similar to the works of the legendary Studio Ghibli. In what Nintendo refers to as an open-air art style, every landscape could represent a complete gorgeous painting. In motion, everything carries so much grace, from the grass blowing in the wind to the wild animals. The HD resolution is beautiful, whether on the TV or the handheld Switch screen. The frame rate stutters a bit, especially in areas with updrafts and fire, but I didn't have too much of an issue. Light piano music plays softly and intermittently as you explore the open world, leading to a lot of quiet ambiance. The music in certain areas is amazing, so the general lack of it in the overworld is perhaps my least favorite aspect of an otherwise stellar experience. Telling an ambitious story that matches the breadth of its gameplay, Breath of the Wild interweaves a cohesive experience into Aonuma's vision for an open-world Zelda. A curiosity to explore leads to discovery and necessitates survival. Hundreds of secrets populate the enormous world, inviting you to explore and rise to challenges in ways you never thought possible. And even after all that, new opportunities continue to dangle in front of you, driving you forward on your epic journey. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild finally modernizes the original title's adventurous gameplay, taking lessons from 30 years of Zelda and creating a new masterpiece that redefines the legendary series. I give The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild a 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching my video review, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and be sure to check out some of my other videos, including Pandas at Play, where my wife and I are currently tackling snipper clips, also for the Nintendo Switch. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, bye bye!